One Piece chapter 1169 reveals something incredible. It resolved some of our doubts and created new ones. So Garp met Sculptor Gaban a few years before the demise of King Harald. He revealed to Gaban about Ace's existence. Shanks was surprised. He wanted to protect him as Roger protected him. He wanted to be there for him. He had two brothers now, Buggy and Ace. No wonder Buggy and Ace hit up pretty well when they met each other in the Grand Line. After resolving the Harald issue, Shanks wanted to go to Garp's hometown as soon as possible. He wanted to say to Ace that he will always be there for him. He wanted to protect him in Roger's stead. The journey took almost a year. When he arrived in Goa Kingdom, Luffy was 6 years old, which means 13 years before the current timeline. He went to Garp's house, but only to find Luffy in there. He looked at Luffy, but his age doesn't match with Ace's because the difference of Roger's death and Luffy's birth is 5 years. Furthermore, his name is Monkey D. Luffy, not Gold D. Luffy. Well, surely Garp can choose not to use Roger's surname, but he's not the kind of person who would do that to Roger and snatch away Ace's true identity. So Shanks thought of getting closer to Luffy and get some information out of him, but to his dismay, Luffy was clueless about it. He didn't even know then he has a father. At Water 7, he was shocked to find out he has a father, and his name is Monkey D. Dragon. Shanks made several trips during this 1 year period to find Ace. We're getting clues about his whereabouts, but he returned empty-handed every single time. The more he spent time with Luffy, he started to like him more and more. Gradually, he found something shocking. Luffy has an invisible connection to Roger. He's not Roger's son, but he shares some kind of bond with him. Shanks found it fascinating. His attitude, conviction, and even dreams are alike. He was wondering, how can he not be Roger's son? But the reality gave him a hard slap. The difference of 5 years what awakened him from his wistfulness. In one of his trips, he managed to snatch Nico's devil fruit from Cyberpole. He wanted to present it to Ace as their mating gift, but a stupid bandit spoiled everything for him. He created a commotion so large that he didn't even notice. Luffy found the box and ate the fruit. He didn't rebuke Luffy for spoiling his plan. He was concerned instead. He was concerned that Luffy won't be able to swim ever again. But look at the irony. Now Luffy is walking on the sea due to the same devil fruit. Well, it's more like sprinting than walking. Anyway, so losing Nico's fruit was the last nail in the coffin. He decided to leave East Blue. He realized that he was not fated to meet Roger's son. Not now at least. He did meet him later, but he didn't know Ace was Roger's son. He went to meet Whitebeard to stop Ace from going after Teach. He didn't want anything happen to Ace due to his recklessness. He did it because of two reasons. Number one, he didn't want the world to embroil in a war because Luffy still needs time to grow. The other one was Ace considers Luffy as his precious little brother. Whitebeard didn't listen to Shanks, and the incident unfolded the way he predicted. Ace lost to Teach, and it ushered the Paramount War in Marineford. Shanks still didn't know Ace was the younger brother he was trying to find all these years. He stopped Kaido for not to interfere with Whitebeard's dignity, but at that moment, Kaido revealed something shocking. Ace went to Wano country 4 years ago. He became friends with Yamato. He revealed to Yamato his real identity. His father is Gold D. Roger, the king of the pirates. The moment Shanks found that out, he tried to reach Marineford as soon as possible and rescue Ace from there. But unfortunately, he didn't make it in time. The only thing he could do is to collect Ace's steel body with a hole in his chest. The brother he was looking for all these years was finally in his arms, but it felt cold. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but he had to swallow it anyway. The only thing he could do with his influence in the government to stop the war and protect the investment he made 12 years ago. He wanted to save Luffy and Whitebeard's dignity. Shanks knew about Nika's devil fruit from Roger. During his farewell, Roger consoled Shanks and talked about Nika's devil fruit. Emu branded Shanks with shallow covenant. If he is within the distance of Emu's influence or ability, Shanks would be powerless against him. It would be impossible to go against his order. He can take over his body and mind. Now that Luffy ate Nika's devil fruit, no one except his crew knew about it. He didn't want Emu to know about it either and let them eliminate Luffy before he could even grow and challenge them. He decided to chop off his arm to get rid of the tattoo. He could have done it before, but he didn't do it because it wasn't worth it. But after meeting Luffy, he knew there and then Luffy worth it. If it influences Luffy to become the man Shanks wants him to be, then he won't regret his bet.